Sure. Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
Hi,
Hey,
everyone.
hi. So, hello, everyone. A very, very good evening to all of you. My name is Khyati Kawa, and I'm going to be your host for this evening as we are all set to present the 7th edition of Impact Top 30 Under 30 list brought to you by Impact Magazine, which is from the Exchange for Media Group, to pick up the most talented individuals under the age of 30 in the Indian media, marketing, and advertising industry. Now, the event is first for so many reasons. I'm sure one of them you already know. One, because this is the first time we are presenting this list on a virtual platform, on a virtual stage. And two, because this is the first year we opened up nominations to brands, to young achievers beyond the creative media and digital agencies, and moved it to brands, media companies, content creators, design agencies, and PR as well. What a historic year it is indeed for Impact Top 30 Under 30. We want to take this opportunity to thank our presenting partner, Zing, for making today's event possible. I encourage all of you, I'm sure all of you youngsters, young stars are on Twitter and all other social media platforms. So don't forget to tweet using our hashtag Impact Top 30. Let's make this event as grand as possible, at least in the virtual space. So let's go all out and make this evening for the records. What do you say? I hope all of you are ready. Now, before we get the proceedings underway, ladies and gentlemen, let's play out this audiovisual from our presenting partner, Zing. Yes,
आ गया है ये नया शो फैब आओ मिलके करें हम डैब Game on Game on
Game Talk
म्यूजिक के संग देखो क्रिकेटर्स का रंग होगी इनसे बातचीत उनके प्लेलिस्ट के संग वाही के बाउंसर्स पे चले बाउंड्रीज लगे सिक्सर बुले सब काउंटिंग जम के होगी जैमिंग
Singing all my programming
आ रहा है नया शो 80-90 पूरे 100 Hashtag my game face is on
Allianz presents Zing Game On, co-powered by Ford and Yamaha FZ SFI. On Zing.
All right. So once again, thank you to our presenting partner, Zing. And everybody who's joined us on Zoom, may I request all of you to please put your mics on mute so that we can move forward with the proceedings and don't disturb anybody. And I know that all youngsters have this Zing, so make that, visible through your comments, through your tweets, through everywhere, because this is not just on Zoom. We are broadcasting, in fact, simulcasting it on all our social media platforms. So everybody who's joined us there as well, a very, very warm welcome to all of you. Now, to start things off, I would like to invite Dr. Anurag Batra, Chairman and Editor-in-Chief of BW Business World and Exchange for Media Group, to say a few words to everyone in attendance. A very warm welcome, sir.
Thank you, Khyati. How are you? I won't make it to the 30 under 30 list ever now. Unless until I kind of fudge my date of birth on my certificate, which is not in my DNA. But good evening to all of you. We were looking forward to doing this, more face-to-face in the traditional setting. But here we are talking to each other via video link. But I hope all of you are safe and doing well and staying cheerful. I first of all wish you good health and good cheer. Both are important. I just want to say that this is the 7th year of the Impact 30 Under 30 list, and I can say that the people we discovered 7 years back, look at all of them, or most of them, 95% of them have done so well. So really, this list is a definitive list of young achievers that we at Exchange for Media Impact and Pitch discover early. And I can say that people, our jury chair for Impact 30 Under 30 is Mr. Avinash Pandey. He's the Group CEO of the ABP network. And the reason he was the jury chair is because he believes in reverse mentoring, what you can learn from young people. I think there are some things we know better than you, whether you agree or not, but there are some things that you definitely know better than us. It includes technology. It includes the fact that, again, we are in the advertising, marketing, media domain, which is a creative domain. And, trying out new ideas experimenting, saying never, kind of dislodging an idea without doing it. So I think we can learn a lot from all of you. And I just want to say that we live in a 3C economy, the collaborative, caring, and contactless economy. The ideas that will win at least in the near short term will be ideas that in some way capitalize on this 3C economy, collaborative. I think today collaboration is happening more than ever. I'll give you an example. There is a IIM in Indore and there is an IIT in Indore. IIM and IIT have collaborated to offer a joint course. So, just one example, I can tell you that most of you work in advertising are today collaborating with actors, where actors are shooting their videos themselves. Some of, creatives are being done in a collaborative manner in the way they were not being done. Caring, businesses have to be more than about money. They have to be about sustainability. They have to be about taking care of the bottom of the pyramid. I think for the first time, brands are not being transactional. They are really living the values that they espouse, whether it's providing food to people who need food, or whether it's providing mental health support, whether it's building hospitals and beds. The role of brands, businesses, and enterprises is in making sure that we go beyond business. We become good businesses. We bring good practices in business. And third, I want to say, we as a country, the Prime Minister has today visited Ladakh. He's talked about that we will not take it lying down. And, we need to be Atmanirbhar. We need to be self-reliant. But that will only happen when we celebrate failure. We are a culture in India that only celebrates success. Till the time we celebrate failure, we won't build something which is really, really valuable and which can possibly create the kind of enterprises the West has created and in some way China has created. So I just want to leave it at that. I look forward to seeing the Impact 30 under 30 list. As I said, this is the 7th year. Impact is the only weekly and the leading editorial platform in this industry. And this is our 16th year of being in circulation, so to say. I know the last 12 weeks, physical copies were initially a little disturbed. We did circulate, digital copies. We're back with the physical copies, and Impact on Net has become a destination for everybody in the advertising, marketing, media space. I don't want to say more. I want to wish you luck, and back to Khyati. Our jury chair, Mr. Avinash Pandey, is also joined. Mr. Naval Ahuja, who's the co-founder, and my friend and partner from Exchange for Media, has also joined. So is Shrabna Lahiri, who's our editor of Impact. So I'll give it back to them, and I look forward to looking at the list and listening to your conversation.
Thank you so much, Dr. Batra. I mean, you don't have to mention that you are so young at heart, because I've seen you do the phygital, all of these webinars so much. And I think all of us should take inspiration from him. I definitely—
Just don't lose her, Khyati. Rest inspiration. You can be like me when you grow up, just that don't lose her.
I will
but,
make sure.
On a serious note, we realize, Exchange for Media, in any business, you build products and services for today or future. You don't build it for the past. So we are launching next week, Exchange for Media is launching India Webinar Awards. We believe there's a lot of webinar which have really been able to bring the experience of offline in some way online. Full experience is not possible. I'm sure the younger ones who are less than 30 would also miss going out. That's the center of human connection, is the center of our existence. So we have missed that, but whatever we've been able to replicate online and in some way become fully video and fully digital. And I would say that COVID has played the role of being the chief digital officer. I wish it wasn't like that. And I'm very mindful of the problems a lot of people are facing in Delhi, Bombay, with the numbers rising, and the debate about lives and livelihood is on. So I don't want to say more. Back to you, Khyati.
Thank you, Dr. Batra. Thank you so much. Yes, we all are locked down, but let's not get our spirits down, especially in a time like this when we are celebrating the young achievers. And here is a small surprise for all of you bright young stars of Impact Top 30 under 30 list. We all know this person as India's advertising biggest legend. While he couldn't be here present this evening, he has sent his sweet little message on video for all of you. I'd like you to take a look at what our ad guru, Mr. Piyush Pandey, Chief Creative Officer, Ogilvy Worldwide, has to say to all of us.
Many congratulations. It's lovely to see that the industry has a lot of youngsters and you are our hope. And this is not to say that we are putting the burden of the future on you. No, you have to be relaxed. You have to be in a position to play your shots the way you want to play your shots. Nobody is putting pressure on you. But yes, we are hoping a lot of good things will come out of you people and many like you who may not be in this list of 30. But I'm going to chat with you and we're going to have fun and games. You have the fun and I'll talk about games. Now, I'll tell you a story, and you're all smart people, you'll read between the lines. Many years back, there used to be a tournament in cricket. So I said, I'll talk about games. So here's cricket for you. It was called CK Naidu Under 22. And no Ranji Trophy player could play in that. Only youngsters under 22. So that was younger than 30, as you guys are today. And lots of us played that tournament, and lots of us played that tournament well. And but some of us, not me, some people made it to play for India. All of these youngsters were a lad called Kapil Dev, gentleman called Roger Binney, Dilip Vengsarkar, Sandeep Patil, Arun Lal. They all went on and played for India. But some of us did not. Because some of us did not realize that you had played well at a platform and you were at a stage of a newcomer at the next level. So we did not succeed. So the moral of the story is very simple. Moral of the story is that you have been identified for larger things. You have been noticed for your potential. But this is not a kind of a destination. This is, you've been given a seat on this lovely train, which is going to discover its own destinations. I've seen many a number of people who won one award somewhere, and then we didn't even hear about them. That's sad, because of course there was talent, but either there was bad luck or it was that recognition went to their heads. I don't want recognition to go to your heads. There should be a fantastic sense of confidence to say, hello, I have it in me. I mean, there are many fathers of the line, if you think you can, you can. I went through a lot of homework this morning. So there is Mary Kay, there is Henry Ford, there is a famous athlete, Paddock, whose character was played in Chariots of Fire. So, but it doesn't matter as to who wrote it. The line had a meaning, the line has meaning today. Here, the industry is saying, you can. The years ahead will prove that you really can. And that will come from your internalizing that you have it in you. And since we said we'll talk about games, one more thing. We all admire big-time cricketers, tennis players, all kinds of sports people around the world. We have to remember what goes behind it. We only see the finals of Wimbledon. We only see a World Cup final in cricket. We only see some fantastic match in football. But these people get up, they do body training in the morning, rigorous, maddening. They're competing at the highest level. Then they go and practice, not just with bowling machines or tennis serving machines. They play with people. Then they play lesser tournaments to get used to the game. And then they play at the highest level. Your routine has got to be the same. Your routine is to Open your eyes in the morning, look around you, clean your ears, hear the sounds, open your heart and let everything sink in. Don't be a statistic. I hear a lot of this data stuff these days. A lot of it is bullshit. Mark my words, this morning's paper says the most valuable player in the history of test cricket at number 2 is Ravindra Jadeja. So much for data and data analysis. You don't want to be a data part. You want to be a champion of all times. That the world says, no, he's not based on statistic of being 30 under 30. He's a great amongst the greatest. She's a great amongst the greatest. So welcome to the world of advertising. You are the rising stars, but we would like to see you as huge planets as we go ahead. All the very best. Remember, this is only one lap of a very long race. And I'm sure that some of you are going to win the race and set world records like none of us has to date. Cheers and God bless you all.
So what a lovely message. And you know what Mr. Pandey said reminds me of this quote by John Dewey, which says, arriving at one goal is just the starting point to another. But let me not take this away from all of those who are going to be part of the Impact Top 30 under 30 list, that every achievement does require or should be definitely celebrated. So this day is for all of you, all those who are going to be part of this list and all those who couldn't be as well. Let's celebrate the small achievements. Let's celebrate the big ones, all of them, while we are in the safety of our homes. Now, earlier this year in March, just before the lockdown began, a high-powered jury chaired by Avinash Pandey and the CEO of ABP Network met in Mumbai to select Impact's top 30 under 30 for the year 2020. Now, here are the names of the other jury members. We'd like to thank all of them for their time and effort in coming together and selecting the top 30 under 30 list. Ashwini Deshpande, co-founder and director, Elephant Design; Jay Lala, COO, Zenith Publicis; Azim Lalani, COO, Brand Solutions and Conversions, Network 18 Digital; Kranti Gada, COO, Shimaru Entertainment Limited; Ved Narayan Sardesh Pandey, Head of Marketing, Discovery India; Kapil Arora, Co-Chairman and CEO, 82.5 Communications; N. Jayakrishnan, Head Brand Communications, Matrabhumi; Sonia Huria, Senior Vice President and Head Corporate Marketing, Communication and Sustainability at Viacom 18; Aditi Srivastava, Co-Founder, Pocket Aces; Gautam Raghunath, CEO, Densu Whip Chutney; Hemant Shringi, Chief Creative Officer, BBDO India; and Gulshan Verma, Senior Vice President and Head Client and Agency, Hotstar. I'd like everybody who's watching us to just, give your virtual claps, give some thumbs up, and give some love to all our jury members. They've really taken out that special time for this list. So let's give them some love. And now I would like to request our esteemed jury chair, Mr. Avinash Pandey, CEO, ABP Network, to say a few words to the industry's young stars before the formal unveiling of the list. So I'd welcome Mr. Pandey, and over to you.
I think already Mr. Senior Pandey has said all the right thing that should be said at this moment. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I see more ladies here than gentlemen. And it's a pleasure, seeing so many ladies coming out in the top 30 list. It certainly talks about how India has changed over many years. I have been judging this particular list since the time that it started. I think 5 or 7 years, if I'm not wrong. Sarvana will correct me. And over the years, what Anurag said is that those who have been selected here, they have been immensely successful in the business that they are in, which reflects that the rigor that every year Naval, Anurag and team asks us to do, I can tell you it's certainly very troublesome. And I think it was the last job that we ever did before the COVID lockdown started. So I can tell you congratulations, all of you. I can only remember at this moment what was I doing and what was happening when I was approaching 30. There was no 24/7 television. in news. There were 24/7 television, but they were doing 4 or 5 hours of programming. The dot-com bubble has just burst. And before I could cross my 30, 9/11 happened. And you had a plan that this is how the world is going to be. And I was seriously planning to do something which can take me to the United States and pursue my career there at that point of time. And I realized that all that is now has to be kept aside. You have to move in certain direction. And one of the things that I always remember and tell my daughter, who is now 20 plus, is that if you ever get confused, remember a poem from Harivansh Rai Bachchan ji, Madhushala, which says, Raha pakad tu ek chala chal pa jayega Madhushala. At the end of the day, you are going to accomplish your journey to its fullest when you follow your dream of what you think is right and not what others tell you is right. Hemant is smiling big, so I don't know. But I'm saying that if you follow your dream, if you follow what you want to do, you will definitely achieve where you want to reach. Also, I tell you, for us, the entire jury member, including the colleagues of mine whose name was taken just now, I can tell you they were all much more qualified than me in getting into and telling us as to what we should look at, because 30 is not an age. And all of you who actually filed the nomination were extremely talented. That's what we looked at, about 167 names that came across to us. We divided amongst the two teams to look at different name and designed a scorecard in which we can all score individually without looking at the name. So quite impartial marking was done. Then the voting happened. And when the votes were too close of 10%, then we debated, discussed your work and your accomplishment. I can tell you to my mind, all 167 of you are winner, because at your age, participation and thinking that you can reach somewhere is more important than whether you are actually able to make that list or not. According to me, it's like marathon race. The job is to complete the task rather than just, trying to be the first. But congratulations, those who made in the top 30, and those who could not. I wish you all the luck. If you remain below 30 next year, participate it again. Else, I think Naval and Rag has another top 40 under 40 list. So we'll see you there. Over to you, Khyati.
Thank you so much. Yes, I can see Alicia and few others clapping. Can we all just kind of give a round of applause to our jury chair? I can see all of you. That's wonderful. So I can see some interaction happening live, even though we are not present physically with each other. So thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Pandey. I think you've really boosted the morale of every young achiever out here and anywhere who is watching us right now. So thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't forget, keep those tweets coming, because we love conversations and we love engagement in this time, because we can't be here in present with each other. So please do post in your tweets using the hashtag ImpactTop30. With nominations this year open to everyone in the media, advertising, and marketing ecosystem, we saw an astonishing array of talent. And by way of entries, like Mr. Pandey said, we had 167 entries. Needless to say, that meant that our jury members had a really hard time debating, discussing, and pondering over each entry for more than 5 hours. And when they finally arrived to top 30 under 30 list, here is what all of them had to say. So let's quickly take a look at the jury members. This is an audio visual which we will be playing right up.
Okay, you can see my sleeves rolled up. So clearly we had fights, fisticuffs in there. It was really tough. Everyone had their favorites, and good became to blows over talent. Nothing better than that. No, I'm joking. Really, really good, thorough process. It, of course, was difficult, especially to bring together the last 10 out of the 30 into the process. But there were some healthy conversations around it, a bit of heated arguments as well. But we all got around to having pretty much a consensus on the 30 that deserve to be in the list. And we were like amazed what age did these guys start working at, 16, 17, to have delivered that much in 3 to 7 to 8 years of their career. That was like fabulous. Clearly, we're seeing people who have impact on multi-touch points, and it's not just one conventional creativity, etc. They're seeing impact across the entire consumer journey. It was also nice to see entries from across different sectors, whether they were clients, whether they were digital agencies, media agencies, creative agencies, even certain startups. The competition is even more tougher.
It doesn't seem like 30 under 30. They could be in any list. It's not about the age, it's about the work they've done. So very, very inspiring. Girls are getting out there and claiming their spot. So that's very encouraging. There were quite a few entries from digital agencies, media agencies, independent YouTubers. So that was also quite interesting and again inspiring. Entire industry is moving forward towards a digital expression, and that's what is reflecting in this list as well. Next year, I would like to see some more from design and branding agencies. Probably that industry is not really aware of this list yet.
The process was everything. It was happy. When the candidates that you backed made it, there was a little bit of sadness when few of them were vying for the last 2-3 available spots. But I can safely say that there was much rigor to the process, and if no stones were left unturned in finding who we all, with consensus, believed deserved to make it. So very, very happy with the process, and good luck to the winners. I want to tell everyone in advertising not to be shy about these things. I feel it's possibly easier for creatives and especially copywriters to talk about their work more. I believe I'd like to see a lot more representation from designers, servicing guys, strategists, etc. the next year. This is possibly the first year where we've opened up outside of pure agencies. So really happy with the clients and the publisher side entries coming in.
The entries were very strong. So we had a great time going over 167 entries. So that's a really great pool of people that you collected. It would have been great to see a little bit more diversity in the entry from the non-agency side as well. Young people are in a lot of leadership positions, and that is like really, really exciting. It's true within our company and looks like it's true within the entire industry. So 23, 26-year-olds are doing some amazing stuff. One other positive trend was there was a lot of mention of digital first work, right? So a lot of mention of TikTok, a lot of mention of, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, etc. So that's, great, and shows that even advertisers are looking at digital and digital spends very, very seriously.
Yeah, I think the jury process has been extremely professional, transparent, open. A lot of discussions that happened on each and every candidate. We were given about 90 minutes to scan through the first list, but I think we took about two and a half hours to do the first list, which means that everyone was invested in the process across the board, and we went through each and every name, the kind of work that they've done. So it's been a very rigorous process. In terms of the entries, the skew from just advertising has been moved to a lot of other sort of companies, basically. So that's heartening. There are two things that I clearly could see, that the work that they have done has really made sure that the client's business is moving upwards, as well as it's purpose driven, and a lot of skew towards digital.
One, it was encouraging that we saw work from across the industry, so it was not just restricted to, let's say, creative agencies or say media or anything like that. It was across the industry, so we've seen great work happening, and it feels great to see that we are in safe hands. The young talent is doing path-breaking stuff. The jury process was very interesting. There was so much of good work that we had to divide ourselves into two teams, but hectic was quite difficult to make choices, because it finally boiled down to minutest of the details, and but it was also fun. It was also fun interacting with everybody and keeping our biases aside. It was a great process.
People have actually included a lot of social media driven ideas and what they have actually achieved in terms of the new age digital ideas. It's a good learning for us also to see how these people are thinking and how brands are wanting and expecting these people to push their limits to, you know, see to it that the new age social media is taken care of and the reach is also taken care of in their ideas. What comes into play is that because they are so well versed with the communication world now, with being connected, they are a lot more agile and a lot more nimble also, and their ideas are much more open. Sometimes what happens when you are young, you are very aggressive. You have to be passive aggressive and mature to see to it that you excel in life.
The interesting highlight that I got was for people who were so young. There were really senior members of the client who were speaking really highly of them. That became, in fact, even a strong parameter for judging. The fact that these people have such a great contribution, that clients have so many great things to say about them. The jury process was great. We discussed quite a lot amongst ourselves, and it really helped, you know, even the points of view of the other jury members to help us sort of take the right call.
It was really tough because I think the entries were outstanding, but the process was fun. We had our tense moments, our fun moments. It was fair, meticulous, and a lot of permutation combination in terms of what do we think about people, but exciting and inspiring at the same time. 30 under 30 is really special for me because I feel this is a lot who's come in with aspirations and potential, and in this journey between say 20 to 30 is when they actually define what they are going to do in their careers. Many of them have shown that through their careers. They've pushed the boundaries, they've taken charge, and you know, they've shouldered responsibility. At the same time, not lost you know, the ability to do something different and think differently. So that was exciting for me.
Primarily, out of the cases which we shortlisted, what I felt was there are a lot of adventurous steps initiated in terms of those areas in which they are working. So that is really welcome. The process was very transparent, very meticulously done, because all the jury members were going through the whole the primary shortlist from the impact side, and then all major 4-5 aspects in terms of the awards, the accolades, the work they handle, the testimonials, and even the self-representation of the candidate, the aspirant or whatever. So that is very meticulously done, and it's very transparent.
The whole process was extremely objective, transparent. There was a lot of healthy debate. There were conflicts that were there all the time. The fact that there was a jury chair really helped. I think everybody together did a great job, and it was really tough and tiring. But I think we've got a great top 30 under 30, and I'm sure everyone's going to be delighted looking at that list. What stood out definitely is the body of work that these young guns have. I mean, you know, it was almost putting all of us to shame that at such a young age they had actually accomplished so much. You know, it opened my eyes to what all people have been doing. Some of them have even been working since the age of 16. So that's quite admirable, honestly.
Well, you've seen it and you've heard it. The process has been tiring, hectic, but transparent, and only the best out of the best have made it to the list with all that work that the jury members have put in. So here is something that I want all of you to do. We might be doing this again. I would request, whenever you think you want to applaud for the speakers, for the winners, all you need to do is unmute yourselves and clap. Can we try this once? If everybody can just unmute themselves and give a big round of applause to actually the entire members.
Yeah.
All the inputs that has gone into making this top 30 under 30 list. So thank you once again to all our jury members. And I would request all of you to do this again when we start actually awarding the 30 under 30. Now, before we move there, we have this fun part that we want to do, which we are calling this this chat on expectations. And this segment, we are calling it as the balancing act. Now, you might wonder why, right? We're calling this because in this segment, we are going to answer some of the questions like what do young team members expect from their team leaders? And what do team leaders expect from their young team members? And now, to chair this particular discussion, I'd like to invite Mr. Kapil Arora, co-chairman and CEO 82.5 Communications, who will steer this panel discussion. So very warm welcome to you.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Khyati. I hope everybody can hear me.
Absolutely, we can hear you, sir.
Yes. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to what promises to be a very engaging conversation today. As Khyati put it, talent expectations are from Mars and management delivery is from Venus. That's perhaps the premise and the fact that the twain will never meet. Is that true, or is there a balancing act right there in the middle? That's what we're here to discover. And lovely for me that weighing in on this discussion, I have 3 members from the class of 2020 under 30s. So I'd like to first of all welcome Anupama Basu, who's Manager Innovation at Mindshare, Ranveer Allahabadia, or Beer Biceps as he's popularly called, the co-founder of Monk Entertainment, and Sheena Rustagi, who's the Group Account Manager at Ogilvy India. Welcome, everybody. If you guys could just wave to the audience, it would be great for them to see you.
Right. And yes, with that, we also have some of our jury members who are on the panel. I'd like to invite Ashwini Deshpande, co-founder and director of Elephant Design, Aditi Srivastava, co-founder Pocket Aces, and Gautam Raghunath, CEO Densu Web Chutney.
Hi everybody.
A very warm welcome to all of you. And Mr. Arora, I'd leave the screen to you to take this conversation forward.
So lovely. So we have the class of 2020 and we've got the class act on the other side. So let's start this conversation. And you've seen since the setting of Elephant in 1989, you've seen expectations of youngsters kind of evolve over the years. How have these expectations shifted? If you could share your view with us.
Kapil, we lost you there in the middle. Can you just repeat the question and to who you addressed it?
Okay, that question is to Ashwini. Ashwini, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's primarily, I'd like to hear from you. How have you seen the expectations of youngsters evolve over the years since the time you started Elephant in 1989?
Yeah, I think when you said 89, I realized it's probably for me because I guess I'm the oldest man around here now. So I think what has really changed is, I think what has not changed, I'll go for that first. What has not changed is the passion, because I think all of us who are in here in this profession of media, marketing, advertising, design, branding, I think we are in it by choice. It's not something that you get in because you want to make a lot of money, or it's a very cushy job or any of that. So I think the passion is something that all of us are in it, and I think that is something that has not changed at all. But what I see changing is the focus. I think very, very early on, I see youngsters knowing what they want to do. Their exposure is tremendously higher than what it used to be over the years. And avenues that they find for themselves and their own self-expression are really changing. And I think they are much more inspiring than probably a 30-year-old was in 1989.
You spoke about avenues and perhaps focus that's changing. Gautam, you probably missed the 30 under 30 list by a few years only, but let's get you as an expert. How do you manage the change in expectations over the years in your agency?
I mean, I don't know if expectations have shifted as much as expectations have evolved with the times. I think possibly much earlier, management simply meant distribution and delegation of responsibility and just being the person who knows the most in any room.
Yeah.
So in a sense, it was sort of directly correlated with years of experience in the field and having been there and done that and things like that, right? I don't think experience is no longer the only way to learn and improve. Information is democratic. Everybody's got access to it. Learning opportunities are plenty.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so I feel the meaning of management therefore has changed. I'm personally sort of heavily leaning towards the realization that management, especially in creative fields, is now truly about maintaining morale and motivation more than anything else. I think why? Because the creative process itself is messy. The creative process is painful. There's rejection, there's burnout, there's self-doubt, headaches, tiredness, and more rejection. And hopefully in between all of that, there's this moment of madness where you crack a great idea, maybe just one single moment. So I think being mentors through this process is more important than being managers. And I think it's more important to be a coach than be a know-it-all. And I think as a leader, it sort of means that you shift towards being more collaborative than this idea of always being correct, right? And I think leaders who can get 10x more out of their people is what real management is about now.
Lovely. So it's also about being involved much more than perhaps our bosses were when we were growing up.
100%.
Let's ask Aditi as well. Aditi, you've got a company where probably the median age is mid-20s.
Yep, that's right. About 24. Yeah.
So how do you manage this change in expectations or the evolution in expectations, as Gautam calls?
Yeah, I think agree with what's been said so far, and congratulations everyone. All the winners. It's really amazing to see this list. I think I'd just like to add a couple of things. The reason that it is actually different from when we were growing up, because right now the media ecosystem is changing literally on a weekly basis. Right. And I think that quick evolution that's happening in digital platforms and stuff right now wasn't happening, say 15, 20 years ago. Right. And I think because of that, things have changed because, as Gautam rightly said, experience actually means only half the battle won. The people who know these new platforms the best are the younger people. So they are helping us stay relevant. Because we might not ourselves be using some of these platforms like TikTok, for example, right? But they are, and they know what the trends are. They know, what the audience behavior is, and I think they are helping us stay relevant. And of course, we are grooming them into leadership as well, right? So I think that it's a two-way act where we are learning so much from them on a daily basis, which was, I think, less the case before. So I think that's definitely one thing. The other thing is, of course, there is more restlessness in younger people now. That's both good and bad. So, but there are enough of them who are super resilient, right? And I think resilience is what is our responsibility to help them build. So, showing the path and the growth path, but teaching them to have patience and being resilient. So that's our responsibility to kind of show them as well.
Lovely. So what I hear you saying is suddenly from an it's a two-way street. It's not just one way. But from an experience perspective, I think our role is more from a softer skills and leading the way involvement perspective rather than just telling them what to do. So that's lovely to get your point of view. Anupama, let's shift to your side. Do you agree with what you're hearing? What is it that you expect from your organization, and what do you bring to the organization so as to really reveal your best self going forward?
I think I completely agree with everything that has been said already. We are living in a changed world now. I think it makes sense to really sort of tap into the present and speak about the fact that while resilience is key, what we're understanding from the growing discussions around us, around the injustice that we're sort of observing in the world at large, is that not only do we need to evolve quickly, but we need to be more sensitive towards the needs of others. And that's something that doesn't just apply to relationships between, subordinates and superiors, but actually within the entirety of the team itself. And I think where collaboration really comes in is to, really pave the way forward and come up with really authentic and relevant real-time solutions, which could in the long run prove beneficial to both sides, because it is good work that gets a lot of recognition in this industry, particularly compared to others. And I think we're all fortunate in that respect. It really sort of keeps us motivated, to sort of keep pushing the envelope. And I think that's where good leadership is so instrumental. I think young people sort of look up to their leaders a lot because they have a lot of expectations, not only from themselves, but sort of need to constantly prove a point. That's just how they are because they're at the start of their careers. And I think that's where if the right motivation comes into the picture and we're given sort of a free hand every now and then to really express ourselves, given how individualistic we've become today, that really does sort of motivate young people to do better. So I think those would be some of the things that that I feel add a lot of value to the organization at large as well.
Lovely. Let's shift to Ranveer. Ranveer, I want a founder's view from you as well, because you're not just a 30 under 30, you also manage a largest team under you. So tell me, in an organization like yours, what behaviors fly and what don't?
Okay, so firstly, I want to thank the jury and Impact Magazine in general. Really means a lot. But in terms of running the business, the companies, I feel it's about empowering really young people, and that's something I've picked up from the Pocket Aces playbook actually, where I think one of the co-founders was asked, how do you ensure that the content you're creating on Filter Copy stays relevant? And the answer was that we hire younger writers every year. So the content kind of takes care of itself. And it's the same rule in the agency world, in the media world. For example, I feel like I'm 27, but I'm way more similar in terms of my mindset to you guys than I am to someone who's 22 or 23. And that's because in 2007, when Facebook entered our lives, I was a teenager. So I had a childhood similar to yours. But all of them, like their first kind of experience with social media happened when they were like 7 or 8 years old. So they look at the media world very differently from how you and me do. So you have to hire young, you have to empower them. Initially, you have to kind of really coach them well. For like 3-4 months, you have to allow them to do a lot of mistakes. Yeah. But the best talent picks up on your coaching tips really easily. So you double down on people who are fast learners. That's what I feel. And create really solid systems and solid teams around you. You can generate a lot of work that way.
Lovely. Every motivation I got from Anupama, empowerment from you. And what I like about you saying is you're very close to us. I'd like to think that perhaps we're very close to you, younger, than the other way around. So let's actually now move to Sheena. Sheena, give me an Ogilvy point of view. I mean, from a new age agency company, one would believe perhaps they keep it young, etc. But a largest institution, how does the culture there help become the wind beneath your wings?
I think what has helped me here is that I've always had the opportunity to do whatever I wanted to do, and the guidance that I've got from my seniors, especially Amy and Atif and Subhash, and not to forget you. I've always, even if I've had stupid questions or even if I've had stupid ideas, but the fact that I've always had the opportunity to be curious enough and to get my curiosity, addressed by my seniors. So that has really helped me, and that has really helped me not be like, I've been very fearless here. I might have made mistakes, of course, but those mistakes have made me learn a lot and grow. And that is one thing that I've really learned from Ogilvy.
Fabulous. So that wasn't a paid post, by the way. I no longer work with Sheena, used to work with her. But let's get back to a word that was spoken about quite a lot in the past, which is about passion. And Ashwini started off the whole conversation saying that the passion is what continues to exist even now. So Ranveer, let's just give me a view from your world that it's forever on overdrive. So how do you keep passion alive for yourself and your team on a continuous basis?
Honestly, it's kind of a tough answer, but I feel like if the leadership core sets a great example, everyone else follows, whether it's in terms of energy levels, in terms of how much grit you show with your own work. Young people, especially people who are fresh out of college, I think that this is like the first generation that's told that, hey, you know what, you don't need to do a higher education degree to secure yourself, and you can start building a career right from 22. So they're probably the hungriest generation of humans we've had in a while, and they'll pick up on everything the leadership core does. So as long as you empower the right people again, who'll set the correct kind of examples, passion and energy levels take care of themselves. Even things like burnouts, even the leadership core feels burnouts, but they create systems to deal with the burnouts. And then you just pass on the system to the next generation. You say that, okay, listen, take a break every 3 months, go away for a week. And that's how, I think the original leadership core keeps finding the next version of themselves. So for example, my co-founders also on the 30 under 30 list, and we always have a motto that Ranveer has to find the next Ranveer, Viraj has to find the next Viraj, and those people have to find the next themselves. That's pretty much how we've kept things running. So every year we look for new, really fantastic hires who will be able to carry the torch forward.
That's fascinating, because from a point of view of perhaps the older generation, you find it difficult or perhaps even felt guilty about taking breaks in between from a work perspective. But here, using breaks as fuel to rediscover yourself is a fabulous point of view that I get from you. Gautam, as you can see, passion is obviously full on, but there is a flip side to passion. How does a leader like you also ensure commitment?
Yeah, I mean, in a way, I think both are correlated. It all boils down to the culture on the floor. I think most great cultures that fuel passion and commitment have a lot of things in common. I think great cultures are safe spaces for dissent. Without voice to defend, I think we often sort of use the decisions and actions of people who've possibly the loudest in the room. I think great cultures that fuel passion are safe spaces for failure as well. It means sort of giving people the freedom and courage to sort of fail in front of colleagues and without repercussion, right? So I think balancing that is possibly the fuel for passion commitment.
Okay. Aditi, anything to add in that perspective? Because in the older times, longevity defined commitment, but right now, perhaps what you put into the moment defines commitment. What is it that you see?
Yeah, I completely agree. I think ownership is the word that I would sort of just like to add to the mix. I think everything that Ranveer and Gautam have said completely resonates with how even we think a culture needs to be built. Very early on, we saw that in our office, even after people finished working, they would just hang around and chill with each other, and we'd be like, "Ghar jao yaar, matlab, why are you still here?" And this is already late, right? It's like 10:30 p.m. But they just really enjoyed being there. Yeah. So I think that as long as people are having fun and they believe they own the product, in that their voice will be heard, their ideas will be really taken into account and evaluated fairly. It's not a democracy, but it is something where no good idea, no idea is ignored, right? And it's truly a meritocracy. I think that's what people want right now, and they feel big ownership and they have fun and they live with their colleagues. So that's the other trend, right? They live with their colleagues, they eat with their colleagues, they work with their colleagues. So it's a lifestyle. Work today is a lifestyle, and I think there's no work-life balance. It's work-life integration, and really how much fun you're having determines how long you stay.
Fair enough. Actually, let's take that on board to Anupama. Anupama, this notion that, and perhaps even as we were growing up, the first 10 years of our career our social life was determined by our office life, in a sense. Are you seeing life beyond office? Does your organization help you with pursuing your passions outside of office? How important is that?
Well, I think it really depends on where you are, both in your career as well as the city that you live in. Bombay has been a fairly complex city to navigate prior to the lockdown. I would spend almost 2 hours traveling after work, and given that work demands long hours itself, it was hard to sort of pursue my passions outside of work. But that was okay, because I actually think that you can transfer your talent onto your work. And there is a rhythm that ultimately comes in, which sort of allows you to fully authentically be yourself, that's when you do your best work as well. That's when the good ideas come about, and then it just ultimately, like Aditi mentioned, is the right integration. So I wouldn't complain about not having that balance. But now, of course, things have changed. I do sort of take time out, given that we're at home and we have that flexibility. And I've actually been going back to some of my passions now, and I think it only improves my output in terms of my creativity at work.
Sheena, your view, let's ask you the question in a slightly different way. One, from the here and now, what's the secret sauce to your success in your organization? And equally, what would keep you thriving in your organization, say, 2 years from now? Let's talk only that much.
I think my secret, honestly, is not a secret to anyone who knows me. What has always worked for me is that I have completely been myself. I've never really tried and pretend. So I would honestly say just, don't really try and come across someone you're not, because you can't keep up with that. So it is really important to be in your own zone, because the more you're comfortable in your workplace, the better work you can do. And that is what I've realized. I know that a lot of people talk about work-life balance and everything, but I've honestly considered my office not really as my office. I've considered it as a second home, and which is why I've never really shied away from staying late. Not that I'm promoting it, honestly, but there's no have to kind of a feeling. It's like I want to do it. So it's like a lot of sense of ownership that I have, which has really helped me be where I am right now. Every work that I've done and every brand that I've worked on, in fact, every team that I've been a part of, I've never really even considered the teams as my colleagues or my team. They are my friends. And I have realized that you have to have their backs and you have to be there for others. And whatever you put out in the universe just gives you back. So that is one thing that really has helped me being successful in my environment.
So authenticity, comfortable with who you are, an environment that allows you to be who you are, friends, organization, and this is the kind of environment that will keep you there 2 years from now, or is there something specific you have in mind?
One thing is that I think one thing that I would really want to experience is that this constant learning that needs to be there. Like, it can be workshops, which of course have been happening now on. There needs to be a constant challenge. The minute you're completely comfortable and relaxed, you know that you're going to start taking your job for granted, which should never be the case. You should have something that keeps you challenged all the time, which is why you're going to keep thriving and keep striving for better and to improve yourself.
Lovely. See, this is such a fascinating, interesting session. I could just continue on and on, but I know Sharmana has given me 25 minutes. So before I open this to the audience for their questions, just to wrap up on this end, I'm going to ask first each of the seniors, each of the jury members, if you had one piece of advice to give to the younger people entering your teams, what would that be? Aditi, Gautam, Ashwini, in that order. Just go for it.
I think I liked what Sheena said. I think be authentic, have patience, and talk about the opportunities that you want. So talk about the growth that you want. Plan your career with your leadership. I think talking about what you want to do is half the things. You put it out in the universe, it manifests. And also, I think your leadership can help build that path for you, help figure how to get there. So I think that would be my advice.
Lovely. Gautam?
Okay, I'm going to share two. I think the first one is something even I'm trying to get better at, and that is to dare to suck. I think qualities that we talk about of being fearless, someone just mentioned being fearless, and this about being creative mavericks, etc. All of them come from this sort of a very unbelievably tough thing to do, which is the courage to often look like a fool 9 out of 10 times on our floor.
Yeah.
So I think my first piece of advice is to, yes, please dare to suck. Second, I'm trying to put this as politely as I can, but let's just file it under to hell with advertising and its processes. You're all young and creative, and don't let the notion of how it's always been done dictate what you can and cannot do. So I'd say reclaim randomness, reclaim uncertainty, irreverence, find your tribe, find your mentors, and find people who are willing to take a punt on you. And I can't stress enough the importance of taking gambles on people who are willing to take a gamble on you enough. I think so. Yeah.
Lovely. Ashwini.
Yeah, I think more than me giving an advice, I think I want to ask the advice from all the 30 under 30 winners or non-winners. So, I mean, that's really more important. But I think if there is one or two things that I could say, one is have trust in your instincts, because right now is the best time to do that. And probably as you grow older, you have to let those go, or I mean, don't ever let them go. So that's really what I would tell them.
Lovely. Let's take this to the youngsters now. Just like Ashwini, we all want to hear from you. So I'm going to ask you a final two questions, not one. If you were given the opportunity to ask your seniors to do more of something and stop doing something, what would those two things be? Any order, please. Anupama, Sheena, Ranveer, any order, please go for it.
Maybe I would ask the seniors to, empower 22-year-olds a lot more. I feel there's this certain level of fear when it comes to hiring fresh college grads, even if that means going to engineering college. For example, I was in a regular engineering college in Mumbai, and the only people who ever came for placements were IT companies. But I feel just engineering college by itself never teaches you anything about engineering. It teaches you about jugaad, and that applies to any industry. And creative people can be found in absolutely any college, irrespective of what's taught in the college. Yeah. So I feel there's like this whole talent pool that's waiting in Indian colleges, but they don't find that right opportunity. So hire from engineering colleges. Like
yay, engineers!
I'm representing engineers. And the other question was I'm sorry, I didn't. What was the second one?
What did you ask them to stop doing?
To stop doing?
They're not doing right, perhaps.
In terms of media, I feel that, and again, this is me talking a little bit selfishly as a social media influencer. So I feel that if you're ever engaging with the social media world in general, pass on the responsibility to people who are completely locked in the social media world. It's a very different animal. Give them creative freedom. So whether it's in terms of influencer marketing and you're working with an influencer, just tell them that I want this from this campaign that I'm doing with you. Give other people more creative freedom. It's just something I'm speaking from experience, and I am seeing that change over time. But again, I'm no one to say that, hey, this is what we want different. It's mainly the hiring, actually. Like, just go hire in engineering colleges, or just generally in colleges. Empower 22-year-olds.
Tina, you want to go next? You're on mute.
Yeah, so for me, it will be something that I would really want my seniors to do is sometimes take a back seat, because that is where the sense of ownership will come in the juniors. Because until and unless, I'm not saying that completely give up on the team, but until and unless they know that they are their own person, they know, till the time they will just keep looking at their shoulder and they will know that, okay, I have someone behind me to take care of things. They will never get that sense of ownership. So it is really important for the seniors to take a little bit of backseat so that the juniors can drive.
Lovely. Anupama?
Yeah, I think that, not to sound heavy, but what we all essentially need, given the current circumstances, is to just continue to work with a lot of mutual respect and sort of have that trust in your subordinates, because they really do look up to you. And I think the one thing that can really sort of improve in the current scenario is the ability to recognize that young people have become more and more individualistic. It's really a neoliberal kind of setup now, and you can't really expect everyone to get along. There will be those oddball characters sometimes who have their own way of working. I personally tend to be more introverted, so I sort of enjoy being in a silent space for at least some part of my day to do my thinking. But that doesn't mean that we're trying to be cut off from the team, because this industry sort of demands that you're constantly collaborating. I think it's important for young people to take breaks and really sort of get back their stamina, essentially, to really give it everything. That's one thing that I think leaders can recognize and understand about young people.
Kathy, do you think you want to open this up to questions from the audience?
We would love to, because this was such an interesting conversation, but because of the paucity of time, we won't be able to do that. But what we can definitely do is you can send in your questions in the Q&A box, and the jury and the panelists can answer them via text. So that is quite possible. So if you have any particular questions, you can address it to one of them as well, or just put a general question and one of them can answer it. Would that work to everybody who's on the panel?
That works. So
Yes,
then
sure.
if that's the case, then I'm going to take the opportunity to say a big, big thank you to everyone on this panel. And you've been wonderful. It's been enlightening for me. And for one, I'm really convinced that is nothing about that balance doesn't exist. That balance very much exists. There is a sense of awareness. There's a sense of empathy. There's a sense of empowerment from both sides, willing to come to the middle a little bit. And that's wonderful to see. And what's more and more heartening is perhaps the fact that we've got youngsters in whose hands our future is very, very secure. So thank you very, very much for today's session. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you to all the panelists. Yes.
Thank you, Kapil.
Round of applause, please.
Everybody give a
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you to all the panelists, and thank you, Mr. Arora, for actually steering this conversation so well. So thank you very, very much. Now, before we move forward, we'd like to once again thank our presenting partner, which is Zing, India's favorite youth channel. Let's take a look at the audiovisual.
इस लॉकडाउन की दुनिया से परे है हमारा प्यार।
मानो वो साथ नहीं, पर हर घंटे की सेल्फी है मेरे पास। कैफे की कॉफी ना सही, पर दोनों की चाय है जोरदार।
उसकी कोई भी कहानी मिस ना हो, कि वीडियो कॉल्स तो है अब रोज की बात।
उसकी डांस वीडियो हो या केक रेसिपी, मेरा लाइक है ऑलवेज तैयार। दिन रात चैटिंग करके दोनों की टाइपिंग स्पीड हो गई है सुपर फास्ट।
ये लॉकडाउन तो टेम्पररी है, पर मेरी फीलिंग्स तो परमानेंट है ना यार।
प्यार तूने क्या किया? Every day 2 PM to 5 PM on Zing.
Thank you once again to our presenting partner Zing. Now, of course, the moment is here, ladies and gentlemen, where we are going to announce the names of the brilliant young stars in the Impact Top 30 and the 30 list. But before that, I don't know why we have like about 238 participants in this Zoom meeting as well. I want to see some excitement via text, if you can, just how excited you are. I know your team members are here, your family is here. A lot of people have gathered together to celebrate this moment. So definitely, I'd like to see some people just, sending their virtual claps, some hearts, something want to say to anybody here, say best of luck to your friends, anything that you'd like to do, please go ahead and use it. That's it. That's from my end. But now I want to move forward and tell you that I'm going to invite the jury members to come and do the honors and announce the names. After that, we will have the award plaque being displayed on screen, and post that, we would want the winner to come and say a few words. So this is your glorious moment. So please be there, be ready with your video on and your mic on. And also because this is on digital platform, and in the interest of time, we're going to keep it brief, say about 30 seconds. But let's get this cracking. Are we all ready? Can I see some thumbs up? Can I see some claps? Yay!
Yeah.
Come on, guys. This is Impact Top 30 under 30. I mean, we have such young crowd here. Yeah. Thanks, Aditi. We love the excitement. All right. So now, first up, may I invite once again Mr. Kapil Arora to introduce the first name on Impact Top 30 under 30 list. So warm welcome again, Mr. Arora.
Lovely. Thank you, Khyati. But before I mention the name, I just want to reiterate for people, because I know friends and family are also here. This is a list. This is not a ranking. So each and everyone is equally as important to us. And we're starting with an alphabetical order. The first name up there is Aditya Huria, Assistant Manager, Youth Marketing from Viacom 18 Private Limited.
Everybody put your mics on and give a big round of applause to Aditya. Many congratulations to you, Aditya. And we'd love to hear a few words from you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the jury who thought I was eligible for this. Today, as I'm going to accept this award, it just takes me back to this one memory wherein I was working with Make a Difference, an NGO where we work with kids who are in the need of protection and care, where one of my kids actually shared this with me, and he said that, Bhaiya, can you see how these cloths have been stitched together? And can you see the thread in the center? I was like, yeah. That's only happened because there was a needle that paved its way. Without the needle, the thread is not going to be able to function. And similarly, as I've moved on in my professional life, I've realized that I've been blessed with some amazing teachers and mentors. And what he was trying to say then, which was how as a teacher, I've been his needle. I have had some amazing needles around me who've constantly inspired me. Even at Viacom 18, under the leadership of Naveen Shenoy, who's always inspired us and encouraged us to make mistakes and learn from failures. It's only helping us become better marketeers and individuals. So to all you amazing teachers and needles, thank you so much. Thank you for enabling us to be better individuals. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditya, and congratulations once again. I think all of you can just switch on your mic so that we can hear that applause. I can't hear it. It's so sad.
I'll continue to shout. I'll shout out the second name because it's as special as the first. It's Alisha Sharma, who's Associate Creative Director from Leo Burnett, Mumbai. Congratulations, Alisha.
Congratulations,
yeah.
Alisha. Would love to hear a few words from you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, jury. I thought one good thing about doing this event on Zoom would be not having to go on stage in front of like so many people and then tripping on the but I don't think the nervousness is any less even in my own room. This just means how big a deal it is for me to be on this list. I'm ecstatic. Thank you so much. I want to thank my bosses from at Leo Burnett India, Raj, Faiki, Dheeraj. I've learned so much from them and pestered them a lot along the way, being the front bencher that I am all the time, actually, maybe sometimes. But there have been a lot of other things that took a back seat. My family, mom, dad, my brother, grandparents, friends, they're all watching right now. I've missed out on so many occasions, so many dinner time conversations, but they've never complained, you know, they've never said anything. And I'm so grateful for that. So thank you. But days like today make you believe that it was all for something. So on that note, let's all raise our imaginary champagne glasses and cheers to 30 under 30. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. So many of you have dressed up for this occasion as well. Nobody's doing this otherwise at home. So, congratulations once again.
And bringing up the media agencies on the list, we have our first name on the media agencies side is Ananya Sengupta. She's Associate Director at Wavemaker. Congratulations, Ananya.
Congratulations to you, Ananya.
Hi guys.
I think thank you so much, and first of all, kudos for sort of organizing this because because of lockdown, everything's happening virtually, and I think organizing something of this nature is really a big fit. So first of all, thanks to the team. Thanks, Khyati. I think, like everyone else, I would also like to thank my mentors. There are 3 Ks in my life. I would like to name them: Karan, Karthik, and Kishan. They've been amazing through this journey. I would not like to thank anyone else because let the credit just go to the 3 of them because they have been instrumental in whatever I've done in my career. And last but not the least, just a little bit of thank you to my dog who just helps me keep sane. Sorry, I haven't been able to do a lot to myself because I've been on back-to-back calls. But I think congratulating everyone, who made it to 30 under 30. And I'm sure the list has been exhausting, and I'm sure that there will be 10 gems in the next auction. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you and congratulations once again, Ananya. Many, many congratulations to you. And the honors for the first few names, I'd like to now invite Kranti Gada to come forward and do the honors and actually announce the next few names. Welcome.
Thanks, Khyati. A big congratulations to each and every winner. And I have the pleasure of announcing the next few names. Somebody we've heard very passionate and very vocal, Anupama Basu, Manager Innovation at Mindshare. Congratulations, Anupama.
Many congratulations to you, Anupama. We'd love to hear a few words from you.
I can thank you for, firstly, the opportunity to speak on the panel. It was absolutely wonderful. Congratulations to all my fellow colleagues and their mentors for this recognition. I think what it really drives in us is the desire to strive for sustainable impact and really sort of make strides in the right direction. It's great motivation. And yeah, I'm lucky to be on this list. I hope that someday, if I do get an opportunity, I can inspire more young people to sort of feel as good about themselves. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Those wonderful words, Anupama. Thank you so much and congratulations. All right, coming up, ladies and gentlemen, is our next name on the Impact Top 30 under 30 list. Kranti.
Yeah, so next we have Anvita Arora, Group Head Digital at 22 Feet Tribal Worldwide. Many, many congratulations, Anvita. All the best.
Many congratulations, Anvita. We'd love to hear a few words from you.
Thank you so much. First off, I hope this is proof to my parents that I actually work in the office and I just don't hang out there till midnight. But yeah, in all seriousness, I wouldn't be here without the support that I get from my family. And of course, I want to thank the team at 22 Feet, the current team at 22 Feet, the previous team at 22 Feet, and of course, DDB, who have been truly the best mentors, best teammates, even friends at this point. And this is the best team that you could ask for, honestly. And of course, thank you to the jury for deeming me worthy. And my clients and my brands who've listened and compromised and collaborated with me on so many of the projects that we worked on, and of course, allowing us to create this amazing work. So thank you so much.
Thank you and congratulations once again. Many congratulations. And I want to actually check with all three of you, Anvita, Alicia, and Anupama. Before y'all go away, tell me, what is the plan for tonight? Have y'all already made some plans on partying?
Yeah, I'm having my beer as we speak, so
woohoo! Cheers to that.
I think Aditi, who was on the panel with us, just suggested a virtual drink session for the panel. So
wow,
I have to look for some liquor though.
Interesting.
I'm sure E4M has an, I'm sure Impact and Sherban have arranged for drinks for everybody as they do after every event.
We would love to see you in photograph for now, but hopefully all of us are going to get up to party. And let me remind all the winners and our jury members, we'd love for you to stay till the end because we can't be physically there. So we take a group photograph of all the winners on the list as a virtual photograph. So we'd love for you to just stay till the end for that photograph as well. Okay, so all of them who's gotten ready and put on lipstick for a first time after weeks, it's not gonna go waste. We're gonna take a picture of that. All right, moving forward. Thank you, firstly, Kranti. Thank you for doing the
You
honors.
noticed?
Sorry, somebody said something. Did I miss?
Kathy, did you notice the lipstick?
Of course.
Of course. I mean, I've put an effort on wearing a dress today after like, I don't know, a month. So that's making all the difference where I can see with all the ladies as well. Some have done their hair really neatly. I don't know. I think we've always been in buns, but today is a special day. We are celebrating. It's a glorious moment, guys. So moving forward, I'd like to invite
Kathy, I have one more name that I'd like to announce.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry, Kranti. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. So the next winner is Avni Parekh, Group Head at Wavemaker India. Many congratulations, Avni.
Congratulations, Avni.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, thank you. I'm truly humbled to be considered one of the brightest 30 under 30 media professionals. All the hard work, rigor, late nights apart, I owe this award to three very special people. That's my parents, my husband, and my boss, Sejal. She stood by my side and she's always pushed me and made me the kind of woman I am today. I'd also like to thank Wavemaker, Impact, and of course the jury of the recognition and opportunity. Cheers and thank you.
Woohoo! Cheers and many congratulations to you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And thank you, Kranti. I'm sorry I missed out on that name. Moving forward, I'd like to invite Azim Lalani to do the honors and announce our next names on the list.
Hey, hi everyone. Yeah, so next up in the list is, I hope I pronounce this name, Benedict Gershom he's from Densu Web Chutney, senior copywriter. Congratulations, Benedict.
Gershom. Congratulations, and we'd love
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
I can only name, which is look, Ma, I made it. So I come from, my parents were pretty skeptical when I made the career change from being an engineer to a copywriter. And I never thought in my wildest dreams that I will be doing something of this sorts under 30 years. So it's still a dream. Special thanks to Gautam for all the motivation and PG, Sanket, and all the seniors for always being the mentor I wanted them to be. And obviously the Web Chutney family and Impact for giving this opportunity and recognition. And special thanks to even the jury members for believing in me, my work, and all other works. So cheers to all the winners and stay safe and thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations. Many congratulations.
Yes, so next up is Bhavya Sadrani from Bisleri International, Senior Digital Manager.
Everybody give it up for Bhavya.
Congratulations, Bhavya.
Many congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so excited and grateful to be a part of this incredible list. You can see me, right?
Yes. Now we can.
Okay. So this is, like it was mentioned in the email, this is like our Oscar moment, our Apna Time Aa Gaya moment, something that we always, dreamt of. So not a lot of you may know that I started my career journey with Exchange for Media. And I was the one behind the table making these lists, attending the jury meets. And someday I dreamt like, I want to be part of this someday. I hope I can make it there. And look, universe conspired. It manifested and here I am. I'm super, super glad to be a part of this list, and a lot of thank yous in line. Obviously, first of all, my parents for trusting me and bearing all the late nights, all the phone calls, like, okay, take your time. And then obviously my team at Bisleri, my mentors throughout, for helping me out, for kind of covering up all my mistakes and, asking me to do my best, putting my best foot forward. And at Bisleri, where our goal is not just to serve water, but hydrate India. And I do it with compassion every day.
Thank you.
What is
obviously, first of all, my parents.
hydrating, and then that's what makes my day fabulous. And thank you to all my friends and family who've been together, and this is only onwards and upwards from here. Thank you, Judy, for trusting me and putting a trust in me. I'm not sure, I'm not going to let anyone down. Thank you, Shabana, Naval, and Shamsadji is not here, but they have been my family once. I've worked with them for a year. Yes. Hi, Shabana.
So glad to see you. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations, Bhavya.
Thank you. Thank you. And yes, as I said, only onwards and upwards from here. And we'll kind of do our work with the same commitment and dedication. Thank you so much, team. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Oh, and many congratulations. Many congratulations. Yes, sir.
And finally, the next one, Chainali Vyas, Group Account Manager, Ogilvy, India.
Woohoo! Wow. Everybody, put your
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So I just like to say, I think I've been really blessed to have really great people around me. I think the fact that I have family like friends, friends like family, and colleagues who are both like friends and family to me, who keep pushing me to do better each and every day, who keep inspiring me to do great work, tirelessly is I think the only reason why I'm here. And a big thank you to the jury of Impact, and many congratulations to everybody who's on this list today. Thank you so much again.
Congratulations, Ali. Many congratulations.
Thank you, Kathy.
And thank you, Azim sir. Thank you for doing
Thank
the
you.
honors.
My pleasure.
To invite our next jury member to come forward and do the honors, Ashwini Deshpande. Ladies and gentlemen, give her a warm welcome. Come on.
Thank you, Kathy. So congratulations to everyone. And the next name that I have here in my list is Devika Sharma, Senior Planning Director, 82.5 Communications. Congratulations, Devika.
Yeah, Devika.
Congratulations, Devika. Many congratulations to you. You want to see some thumbs?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I feel honored and deeply encouraged by this recognition. They say it takes a village to raise a child. It also takes a village and some incredible leaders to raise and encourage a young woman in India today. I wouldn't have been here without the leadership team of 82.5, Kapil, Chumonto, Rishabh, and everyone on the leadership team who've really fostered me and given me a platform to grow. So I really want to thank each one of them. I am very grateful to all my colleagues, clients, and everyone I've had the privilege to work with and learn from, my parents, my friends, and most of all, my mentor, Dr. Daisakwi. This recognition also comes with a sense of responsibility to do more, to do better, and be better every day, and to strive to give back to the industry and the society. And I am determined to do just that. Thank you.
Thank you, and many congratulations to you.
So next up in the list is Dhara Pujara, Planning Director, Ogilvy, India. Congratulations, Dhara.
Thank you, Ashwini. Cheers to everyone who is made to this list. And of course, I'd also like to thank Exchange for Media for the platform that they are presenting, right? Because, I mean, I'm sure we've all had our fair share of doubts and deliberations through the length of our careers. And something like this is just not motivational, but also a reassurance that we're propelling ahead in the right direction. So thanks. And I wouldn't give out a name of list people who have made me what I am today, because it's a huge list. So yeah, thank you everyone, and cheers to the winners again.
Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, Kathy.
And the next young lady in the list is Isha Gandhi, Account Director from Ogilvy, India again. Congratulations, Isha.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, jury. I think it feels great to be in the top 30 young leaders list in the industry. It's really overwhelming and it's a great feeling to cherish. And of course, it goes without saying that it wouldn't have been possible without support from my friends and family. And of course, not to forget those colleagues and seniors at Ogilvy who thought I had the potential and nominated me. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you and many congratulations, Isha.
Thank you.
And Thank you, Ashwini. Thank you for doing the honors. And now moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call on Hemant Shrinji to please come forward and do the honors for the next names on our Impact Top 30 Under 30 list.
Hi, congratulations everyone. And thank you so much, Kathy. I think you've been doing an amazing job of having the same kind of energy and enthusiasm that we would have had in an offline event and we were all together. So I'm going to try and keep that energy up as I call out the names.
Yes.
So the first name in my list is Guneet Gogia, Group Head Planning, Ogilvy, India.
Hi, thank you everyone at Impact and all the jury members who thought me worthy enough for this recognition. But it's really an award that I share first with my parents and my brother, and of course then everyone at Ogilvy, my seniors, my colleagues, everyone who encouraged me, helped me shoot my reel, and really pushed me to put my best foot forward, like Guns, Prem, Bonnie, Divya, Aditya, and the list goes on and on and on. It really does take a village. And finally, congratulations to each and every one on the list. I hope we can all wear this baton as a badge and do incredible things in the coming years. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Many congratulations, Guneet. So happy to have you on the list. Hemant, you're doing so fab. I want everybody to like go on and take this energy forward.
All right, the next on the list is Hetal Nathwani, Client Services Director, Ogilvy, India. Also Sindhi Pride.
Thank you. Really Sindhi, Gujarati, with the Sindhi sounding surname. But thank you so much, Hemant. And I would really like to thank Ogilvy for making me what I am today over all these years. And my mentors. And a special thank you goes to two people in my life. One is my dad, who pushed and pushed and pushed me for this entry and how till the last minute. Yeah, my husband, who's been always supportive in this journey with my late nights and crazy work timing. But yeah, and congratulations to everyone else in the list, and upwards and onwards from here on. Cheers. Thank you.
Many congratulations.
All right, the next on the list is Ishtart Dalmia, Anthropologist and Associate Director Strategy, Dentsu Web Chutney. Congratulations.
Lovely.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Team Impact, for this honor, and congratulations to all who have won. First off, of course, massive congrats to my awesome colleagues, Kari, Ben, Pooja, for standing alongside, being some of the most stand-up people I've had a chance to work with. We've finally done it. Congratulations to you all. I firmly believe I stand on shoulders of giants, and to me, that's our leadership team in Gautam, Sid, PG, PGK, Priyanka, GD, Sunil, Freya, and literally the entire Dentsu Web Chutney team, and our awesome clients at Google, Uber, YouTube, who've decided to bet on me for some reason. It's honestly a privilege of a lifetime to do what I love. And to be sharing my gratitude today is a milestone, one of many for us in the last year, where I get to represent our work as a team. It's one that I'm obviously fortunate to reach in our relentless pursuit of defining the future of this industry that we so dearly love. And shout out to my dad, who's also watching. Thank you for everything.
Yay, give it up, everybody. Many congratulations. And let me tell all of you that Hemant has this super energy because he's also been part of top 30 under 30 of Impact list. So give it up, everybody. Thank you, Hemant. Thank you for doing the honors.
Congratulations, guys.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call our next jury member up to announce the next couple of names. Please welcome Aditi Srivastava.
Hey everyone. All right, I'm going to try and maintain up the energy of Hemant and Kathy. I'm going to take it a step forward. So here goes. Okay. This is the music that Impact uses usually, right?
That's so nice.
All right. So congratulations, everyone. The first name that is on my list is Karishma Changroth. Account Director, Densu Web Chutney.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you, Aditi and the jury. So our tastes, which become our benchmark or standards, basically develop much faster than our skills. And when our skills don't match our tastes, it creates this perfection gap. So that's something that I used to worry about a lot. But thanks to Web Chutney and Gotham, not just for backing, but encouraging mistakes and risks, for allowing me to follow my instincts, helping me bridge that gap, and resulting in some work that I'm extremely proud of. Another thank you to my boss, Bora, for leading by example with absolute madman Don Draper suaveness. Thank you to my team, my family for their support. Thanks, Impact, for giving talent a platform, young talent a platform, of course, and giving me a reason to get out of my sweats after many, many, many months. Thank you all and congratulations to all the winners. Cheers.
Congratulations, Karishma. Many, many congratulations to you.
All right. The next winner is Karishma Nandkumar, Business Executive, Wavemaker Global.
Yeah, Karishma.
Another Karishma on the list. Many, many congratulations, Karishma Nandkumar. Please do say a few words.
Karishma is not here today. She's the only winner who's not with us.
Right. So, but let's not, forget.
Yeah, we can have a round of applause for her.
Karishma.
All right. Should I go on to the next one?
Yes, please.
And congratulations to Mahima Mathur, Associate Creative Director, DDB Mudra Group.
Yeah, Mahima.
Up to Mahima. Many, many congratulations to you.
Thank you. I wish we were all in the same room and I wasn't wearing pajama bottoms. But what are we going to do? So last year when I got into the under 30 list, it felt like pure luck. But this year it feels like maybe it's not luck and you guys are just obsessed with me. So that's nice. Just kidding. This is awesome. Thank you for giving me this opportunity again, because this is the last time I can legally enter. And thank you to my small army of friends and bosses and family and cats for showing up to cheer at their laptop screens, also in their pajama bottoms. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mahima.
Congratulations,
congratulations to you from all the PJ wearers right now here, everybody that is. Congratulations. And thank you, Aditi. I think you just brought in so much more vigor to this announcement. Thank you very much for doing the honors.
Aditi, send the file to Khyati, please.
Yeah, sending.
All right, so I'd like to now welcome Gautam Raghunath to do the honors for the next couple of names on Impact Top 30 Under 30 list.
Hi, everybody. It's so nice to put faces to names. I think the rest of the jury will agree with me. I remember the jury meeting for two very wonderful reasons. One was, I think, the debate that we had about all the names and finalizing the final 10, 15 names that came on board. Secondly, I think it's the last time I shook hands with anybody. That was possibly my last outing, so to speak, outside. Anyway, congratulations to all of you. The first name on my list is Paridhi Bhatia from Ogilvy, India, account supervisor.
Hey,
congratulations.
Congratulations, Paridhi. Many, many ups to you.
Thank you. My dad is clapping in the back. Needless to say, all of Ogilvy, I want to thank all of them, each of them. I come from a very different world, and I'm a very, very incorrigible person to deal with. I can get to being that pain in the ass. But more importantly, I want to thank my dad and mom. And I also want to thank more than the people in my life. It's very important for people like us to have people who are open and who accept us. All of the Batmans and the Deadpools and Supermans, you need that kind of power around you, and the master Shifus who tell you, if you want your Momo, you have to come and take it. It's not about me showing you the Momo and you're just going to get it. But to all the people who've been so open to accept who you are and to let you do what you want to do, to let you grow in your own space, right? I was in my third year college This is 7 years ago when Impact actually came out with its first magazine, and one of our professors had given it to us. And I had no idea I would ever be on there. But when I got that, there was a thought in my mind, maybe I will one day be on it. And I turned 30 this year, and this is the year that this has happened. So I just want to say to all the people that I have met, to all the people who've been open, to all the people who've accepted the crazy in me, and to all the children I teach on the weekends and ask, I don't know where I'm going in life, that you have to hold on to that pit in your stomach, no matter how uncomfortable it makes you. And that someday, no matter how strong you are and how fast you want to keep going, you just have to keep going in the way you want to. Doesn't matter. There's no right and wrong. There are just different ways of doing things. And I think everybody who's won 30 under 30 has their own unique ways of doing things. So congratulations to every one of you. And congratulations to everybody who's just open and who accepts, and to the Batman who's watching me from wherever he is.
Congratulations, Paradi. Many congratulations to you.
Already, I love it. The next name is from a very funny sounding firm called Densu Web Chutney. It's Pooja Manik, Associate Creative Director.
Hey, Pooja.
Congratulations, Pooja.
Okay, thank you so much. And I think all the Web Chutney people before me have mentioned Gotham and PG repeatedly. I just want to say it's not paid, like it's not a paid post. Like it's the fact that Web Chutney is built to succeed, and if you make the most out of it, that's what's required. It's absolutely amazing, this feeling to have won this. But more importantly, it feels uncomfortable. And I mean, personally, I love feeling uncomfortable. And that's because that kind of pushes you to, do so much of what you've not done before. So I think, the threshold for mediocrity is now really like low after this win. And so just gonna push forward and do everything that Web Chutney and I dream together. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. And once again, many congratulations.
Congrats, Pooji. My next name is Rajni Daswani, Director, Digital Marketing, Brand Engagement, and Employee Engagement. So cheers. Congrats, Rajni.
Hey, Rajni.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm so glad we don't have to do this in an auditorium because I'm really bad of being on stage. But thank you so much, everyone, for giving me this opportunity. Congratulations to everyone who's won this today. It feels great to represent Sochiers in a pool full of Ogilvies and Mindchares and Web Chutney. So thank you so much for that. And I'd just like to thank the universe overall for making things happen when they did. There's a long list of names, so I'm not going to get into it. I'm guessing everyone's running out of time. But thank you so much. Really glad this happened. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Rajni. Many congratulations to you. And thank you, Gautam, for doing the honors. Thank you so much. And all those who are saying that I'm glad it's not happened on physical space, I hope that you know that we will get you the next time you put in an entry, right? It's not going to be forever that we are going to be here on digital space. But phygital is the new way to go. So why not make the most of it right now? I just saw somebody say that the chat option is disabled. So I'm sorry for all of you who want to congratulate. You know where to go. Just tweet with the hashtag ImpactTop30, and we would love to engage with you on all other social media platforms. Moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome our jury member, Sonia Huria, to come forward and do the honors for the next couple of names.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. It's lovely to see all the happy faces. And I just want to say something that, listening to each one of you, you guys are so inspiring. We were actually all debating as to, how can you all have such body of work? But listening to each one of you, it actually makes us feel that, you all are actually excelling more than we can even imagine. So many congratulations to everyone out there today. You guys have really earned a space in that slot. And I'm confident that as you guys go forward, this will only get better for you. Your journey's just begun. The first name that I have on my list, he's a rock star. We heard him in a panel discussion that just happened 30 minutes back. He's quite something. His name is Ranveer Allahabadia, YouTuber, entrepreneur, youth influencer, Monk Entertainment. That's Ranveer for us, guys.
Hey, Ranveer.
Congratulations, Ranveer.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't
Go Ranveer.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I don't want to keep this too long. I had the opportunity of being on the panel. Again, just want to thank Impact Magazine. Want to thank the jury members. I want to congratulate all the other people who made it to the list. My co-founders also on the list. If this were an in-person thing, we'd probably do an elaborate handshake on stage or something. But because this is through a Zoom video call, I'm just gonna say thank you from both our sides. Thank you guys, means a lot.
You and many congratulations, Ranveer.
Congratulations, Ranveer, once again. Kathy, can I go to the next name?
Yes, please.
Okay. The next name is another firebrand on my list. Her name is Ravina Udasi Matthew. Yay, Ravina.
Hey, Ravina, apna time aayega.
Yes.
India, many congratulations to you.
So this is actually extra special for me because I've been trying to win Impact for almost 5 years now, and I've probably pestered every one of your, representatives every time the year's list was going to be rolled out of, am I in it? Am I in it? Am I in it? And every time it didn't happen, I've always challenged myself to do like better so that I'm in the list the next time. And because of that, I think I pushed myself really hard because this was an important award for me for a long time. And in the process, I think I won everything else but Impact. But this year, it happened to be extra special because the kind of opportunity I got at Performix was inexpressible. The team I worked with was just so fabulous that when I told them I wanted to make a rap song entry video, they didn't blink an eye and they came with me at Marine Lines and they started dancing to my rap video. And that was... that feeling cannot be explained. So I think this one I owe to my team. It goes without saying that my parents, my husband, and everyone who's been part of my journey is obviously someone I'm really grateful for. But I think this particular one, I'll give it to my team. I've always been surrounded by great people, so I'm really thankful. Thank you, Impact, for finally choosing me before I'm 31. So thank you for that.
Ravina, I think everybody in the jury will remember that video. It was pretty badass.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we were all humming that song. By the end of it, it was just not getting out of our head. Apna time
That's so nice to know. That's so nice to know. Thank you.
Well done, Ravina. Very well done. Kathy, I'll move to the next.
Yes.
Okay. The next young gun on my list is Saket Pine, Manager PR and Communications, Times Internet. Many congratulations to you, Saket.
Hey, Saket.
Many
Hello.
congratulations to you. We'd love to hear a few words.
Thank you, everybody. A big thank you to the jury and Impact for putting this 30 under 30 list together this year. I dabble in the news on a daily basis, and I think we all deserve some good news amidst this pandemic. This in media and marketing mirrors society, and the world has really turned over a new leaf in these recent months. There are no benchmarks, no references, no footsteps in the sand really for any of us. So as we go out into this new world, sort of trying to influence opinion as we are professionals, I think this award is going to mean a lot to me. Thank you.
Well done, Saket. Very well done.
Congratulations, Saket, one more time. Thank you so much. And I think I can just say that, all of your consistent good work and perseverance to be where you are has made you part of this list. So congratulations to everybody who's won till now. And thank you, Sonia. Is that your last name?
Yes, thank you, Kyati, and keep doing the brilliant job that you're already doing. I'm sure you know that.
Thank you so much, Sonia. Means a lot. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is just halfway through, but let me just say a very unique thing that has happened this year with Impact Top 30 Under 30 list is that there was a tie of score between two members who were part of the list, which is why this is 31 people under 30 who are part of the list. So you can imagine how much the jury has fought and deliberated and actually gone over the entire entry so many times because they had to add in one more name. So congratulations to all those who have made it till now. Let me move ahead and call Mr. Ved Narayan Sardesh Pandey to please come forward and do the honors for the next few names.
Yeah, thank you, Kathy. Good evening, everyone. It's great to see you all, and I congratulate all the winners that have been announced so far. It would have been great if you would have had the chance to meet in person and kind of network and celebrate this victory. But I think be that as it may, we are in a situation, and soon we can all catch up and celebrate. So. So the first winner or the winner in my list is, we've heard her already. It's Sheena Rustagi, Group Account Manager, Ogilvy, India.
Love to hear a few words from you.
So firstly, of course, thank you so much for this award. And, like everyone has already said, this is one of the most prestigious award one can get. And I'm extremely grateful to be sharing this with all these amazing people. Still unbelievable, I must tell you. But, while I owe this to everyone that I've ever worked with in the last 6 years, I would really want to give credit to Ogilvy because this place has pushed me and inspired me to do so much better at every step. The kind of opportunities that I've got here and the kind of support, especially from my seniors, is amazing. It wouldn't have been possible without them, honestly. And the fact that I was considered worthy enough to be nominated only was a win for me.
That's so sweet. Congratulations, Sheena. Many, many congratulations to you.
Yeah, and
to take it forward. Yeah.
And the next one on my list is a very special one. It's Sherwin Mascarenas, Associate Creative Director, Ogilvy, India.
Woohoo!
Yes,
Sherwin!
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you
so much, Ved.
Yeah,
congratulations, Sherwin.
So the reason why it's very special is because Hetal, Isha, and Sherwin, at one point in our lives, we were working together. So when I was under 30, about a decade ago, we used to work at Ogilvy. So I congratulate Sherwin, Isha, and Hetal. We were part of the same department, group, whatever you might call it. So great to see you guys, and I'm very happy that I'm able to give you this award on this day. Great, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you
Ved.
so much, Ved. It means a lot. Wow, I don't think there's anything left for me to say. Thank you so much, Impact. Thank you to the entire jury. It's a real honor to be here. And I feel very fortunate because throughout my career, I've had the fantastic opportunity to work with some amazing people. And without them, I don't think I'd be here. So here's to everyone at Ogilvy, my team at work, and of course, my team at home, my family who have put up with me throughout this lockdown. So cheers.
Congratulations, Sherwin.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you. Yes, Ved.
Yes. And the last one on my list is Shreya Agarwal, Lead Brand Solutions Servicing, Pocket Aces. Congratulations, Shreya.
Yes, Shreya.
Woohoo! Many congratulations, Shreya. Oh my God. Are you still in college? I should be ashamed of myself right now.
It's a bit touching to be a part of this list that's been put together by some of the finest minds in the industry. You guys are people that we look up to. So I wanted to quickly thank everybody at Impact, everybody at Exchange for, and obviously everybody back at Pocket Aces, all my leaders, all my colleagues for honestly making this happen and giving me one good piece of news in 2020 so far. And this is not a paid post again, but especially Aditi, who's here with us, for pushing me and actually grooming me into someone who could even think about applying to this list. And thank you so much. This actually truly pushes you to do better, create a lot more impact, and I actually look forward to doing that with everybody on the list so far. And yeah, congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations, Shreya. Many, many congratulations to you. With that, thank you, Ved. Thank you for doing the honors. And we're now almost moving towards the end of the list. So I'm going to call on Mr. Jay Lala to please come forward and reveal the final remaining names of Impact Top 30 Under 30 list.
Thank you. Thank you. The as I think you discussed, I have 4 more names to go, not 3. So we'll have the excitement going. Congrats to all the winners and all the participants. I think amazing work. Really proud, and as I was saying in the jury video also, that I think our industry is in absolutely safe hands. So without much ado, I'll just start. So the first one on my list is Shreyans Modi from Flipkart.
Everybody, give it up for Shreyansh Modi. Many congratulations to you.
Hi everyone, hope you can hear me fine.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Impact. Thank you for this. Thank you, Judy. This is super special for me, and I'll tell you why, right? So I would like to first thank my family and my friends who have actually stood by me in my good and bad and all kind of decisions. So this is special because I started my journey as a PHP developer at Common Flow, right? And I never had thought that what exactly marketing is. And one fine day, my co-founders came up to me and they were like, "Why don't you try this?" So I was like, "Okay, let me give it a shot." And that's been a day, and today's been a day. It's been an amazing journey. I would really like to thank Sumit, Vikas, and Lalit for trusting me with such super important and critical projects. And I would like to thank my family at Flipkart. I'd like to thank my family at OLX and Common Flow. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, and many congratulations once again, Shreyansh. Thank you so much. Jay.
Okay. Yeah. So the next name is Suchit Dhawan from Ogilvy.
Everybody give it up for
Suchit.
Many congratulations, Suchit.
Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
It feels great to be receiving such a prestigious award at first. I think a big shout out to the jury and to Impact for taking out this tremendous task of shortlisting all the top 30 members of this list. I think very few things in life, are entirely the work of just one person. I'd like to thank my parents, my family, everyone at Ogilvy, Amy, Kapil, Kunal, Ritu, and all my clients for inspiring and believing in me. I think this award is as much for them as it is for me. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a good evening and cheers.
Congratulations, Suchit. Now, Jay, before you go on and announce the next name, let me also inform all of you. I know some of you already have some drinks, which are fortunate people, but all those who don't, we do have a segment of entertainment for all of you. There's going to be a musical performance right after this. So do stay with us. We will party together. We'd love to see you growing and all of us celebrating this moment. So Jay, let's go on with our next names now.
Okay, so the next name is Vaidehi Janak Mewawala from VML Y&R.
Everybody give it up for Vaidehi. Many congratulations to you.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm so excited to get this award, and this is such an industry where all the work happens, indoors and behind the scenes. It's great to kind of get this recognition, and of course, I'm really thankful for my parents and Venkat and Kevin and my team at VML. I think it wouldn't have been possible without them, and I'm really excited. Hopefully, this sets a benchmark for us to do better and better as we go into the future.
And seeing the enthusiasm here, we have no doubt about that. Congratulations, many congratulations once again, Vaidehi.
Okay, and so now coming to the last name, Viraj Seth from Monk Entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, Viraj.
Thank you so much. Hey, man, this just feels like school all over again. Guy with the last roll number always. But thank you so much. Thank you, Impact. Thank you. Big kudos to the jury as well. I'm sure it was a tough task for you guys. More than anything, I just want to thank every peer, every employee we've had in our company, every client we've ever went out and had a meeting with, that they trusted 2 young boys with possibly the worst kind of baby faces to ever pose and just believe in them and not say that, I mean, you are all a bunch of kids. You don't know shit about advertising, marketing. You are two engineers. What are you going to teach us? All of them who, I mean, there were people who said that to us, but I'm glad we're working with the ones who didn't. So that's one. And I mean, congrats to everyone who's on the list. I see a lot of people from traditional advertising and media companies. And I'm just glad to be out here representing the digital space, the influencer space. And I hope all of you guys keep working a lot more in those spaces. Thank you so much.
Thank you and congratulations, Viraj. Many congratulations. I want all of you to once please unmute your mic and give a big, big applause to all the winners, all our Impact Top 30 under 30. Woohoo! All right, now before we move forward to our entertainment segment, I'd like to invite on screen, ladies and gentlemen, amidst your huge round of applause or smiles, bright smiles, let's welcome Mr. Naval Ahuja, co-founder Exchange for Media, to please join us and say a few words.
Woohoo,
Naval!
Naval! Woohoo!
Really glad this is the first award show. We did a conference last month, couple of them actually, and we're doing many webinars, but as an award show, this is the first we are doing. So congratulations, Shabna, first of you, for putting this together, and your team, Christina, and the guys who have worked in the background, people you don't get to see or meet. Sushil, Shamshad, who's our lead design. He does a lot of work that you guys get exposed to regularly. So thank you, Khyati, for keeping the energy and the tempo going like you do with a on-ground event. I don't have much to say. Anurag, Shrabna, and all of you winners have said a lot. The only thing I'd like to mention here is something that I noticed in the list. 21 of the 30 winners today are women. What a fantastic achievement that is. 70% of the listers are women, and that's, I think, a huge vote from the industry into the power of the gender. When this entire country keeps talking about how to make sure that the glass ceiling is removed, how to make sure that the gender imbalance is taken care of. I think this is one industry. When I say one industry, media, marketing, advertising, content, this is the industry where women shine through without any extra support. They shine through with their own merit, and that's a fantastic achievement. I thought that was a brilliant thing to see. And this is coming on top of the fact that last year we had, I think, 16, half the list was women. So this year it's gone up to 70%. The other thing I noticed here was that it's a fantastic, very good quality mix of people from advertising, from media agencies, from the content side of the business, some from PR, some from the client side. So it is a very holistic list which kind of recognizes people who are part of the entire ecosystem who are there. And last but not the least, another striking thing I noticed, and we have this rule, I should mention this to you, that we don't disqualify people who've been on the list in the past. Naturally, there are some people who are on the verge of turning 30 last year and they've gone over, and hence they're not, they don't qualify to be part of the list again. But as I see it, 29 people out of the 30 are new. There is only one repeat, which is again, I would say, a striking thing, because that means there is a lot of new talent which is shining in the industry, who's doing good work year after year, and hence getting recognized through the jury. Thank you, Avinash, for spending time. I know you came especially from Delhi. You didn't have to travel for the event, so one day we will take of yours this year. We'll pinch from you. Thank you to all the jury members, whoever is here still logged in. Aditi, Sonia online, Kapil is still there, Ved Narayan. Apologies if I missed names because I can't see everybody on the screen. Back to you, Khyati. Before that, congratulations again to all the winners. Well done. And as Piyush said in his video, this being on the list is just getting a ticket on a train. It is not the destination. And I hope you all find your destinations very soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naval, for that wonderful words and encouragement to all our young stars and talent that is here. So many congratulations once again, and thank you to the jury, from all of us to you. Thank you so very much. It's not the end, guys. So the party is starting just about now. So if you need something to get from your fridge, you can do that while I introduce you to the entertainment act. So everyone knows that, Exchange for Media Group's Impact magazine enjoys a reputation in the industry like no other. It's an authority on all things media, advertising, and marketing. Behind this formidable name in the industry is a team that churns out quality editorial content and fantastic design week after week. Some of the members of this team are all extraordinarily talented beyond work as well. We present to you one such member who is here with us, who marks this evening with her melodious voice. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope all of you are ready to party with us because we are celebrating Impact Top 30 Under 30 list. And I'm going to welcome Miss Yuluri Saldanha, who is a correspondent at Impact Magazine, one of the bright young stars on the Impact team. So, Yuluri, I hope you're here.
Khyati, yes, I'm here. I'm right here.
Awesome.
So, hello everyone, and congratulations to all our winners today. And I've specifically picked out a couple of songs for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So, here we go.
So while she does that, this is the time we party. So please don't forget to groove with us and kind of, have fun. You can point at each other also and do it. We'd love it. Go for it, Yuluri.
Thank you, Kathy. I've been working out so long. Seems like they have been my only friend. Without you, I've been done so wrong. I wondered if I ever feel again. Just like all the seasons never stay the same. All around me, I can feel a change. Though I will break these chains that bind me, happiness will find me. Leave the past behind me. Say my life begins. A whole new world is fading. It's not for the taking. I know I can make it. Say my life begins. Yesterday has come and gone. Now I'll have to leave it where it is. And I see that I was wrong. Forever doubting I could win. Just like all the seasons never stay the same. All around me I can feel the change. Oh, I will break these chains that bind me. Happiness will find me. Leave the past behind me. Say my life begins. A whole new world is fading. It's my fault it's taken. Not all I can make it. Say my life begins. Life's too short to have regrets. So I'm learning how to leave it in the past. Try to forget. Only have life to live. So you better make the best of it. I will break these chains that bind me. Happiness will find me. Leave the past behind me. Day my life begins. A whole new world is waiting. It's my father taking. I know I can make it. Day my life begins. Break these chains that bind me. Happiness will find me. Leave the past behind me. Day my life begins. A whole new world is fading. It's my father taking. Not all I can make it. Day my life begins. Day my life begins. Day my life begins. Okay, so I've got one more song for you guys, and this one's a retro song, so I'm sure a lot of you know it. It's by the good old ABBA. Please sing along with me and groove along to this.
I think everybody should unmute themselves and sing along.
Yeah, and I actually want to request all the winners, the rest of the boys. I don't know, we only girls are partying here. I don't know where did the boys go. But everybody put on your video and mic on. Let's just, couple of songs. It's not too much. We'll be doing the group photograph right after this. So just a few minutes, groove with us, celebrate your moment. Everybody come on to the video and mic. All right, Yulari, over to you. And this one everybody knows. I know this song. Like everybody knows.
What of you guys?
I've been cheated by you since I don't know when. So I made up my mind, it must come to an end. Well, look at me now, will I ever learn? I don't know how, but I suddenly lose control. There's a fire within my soul. Just one and I can hear a belly. One more and I forget everything. Whoa, whoa, mamma mia. Here I go again, my mind. How can I resist you, mamma mia? Does it show again, my mind? Just how much I miss you. Yes, I've been broken hearted. Blue since the day we parted. Why did I ever let you go, mamma mia? Now I really know, my, I could never let you go.
I hope you guys are singing along.
I'm angry and sad about the things that you do. And I can't count all the times that I told you were true. And when you go, when you slam the door, I think you know that you won't be away too long. You know that I'm not that strong. Just one and I can hear a belly. One more and I forget everything. Whoa, whoa, mamma mia. Here I go again, my mind. How can I resist you, mamma mia? Does it show again, my mind? Just how much I missed you. Yes, I've been broken hearted. Blue since the day we parted. Why did I ever let you go, mamma mia? Even if I say bye-bye, leave me now or never, mamma mia. It's a game you play, bye-bye, that's on me forever, mamma mia. Here I go again, my mind. How can I resist you, mamma mia? Does it show again, my mind? Just how much I miss you. Yes, I've been broken hearted. Blue since the day we parted. Why did I ever let you go, mamma mia? Now I really know, my mind. I could never let you go.
Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Well done, Yulari.
Thanks,
that was great.
Thank you so much, Yulari.
All right.
You guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the party has started. I've seen some glasses and some peanuts, so I know it's on. But ladies and gentlemen, before we move towards concluding this evening, we have the audiovisual of the entire top 30 under 30 impact top 30 under 30 list that we want to show you, and also reveal the cover in which all of you are a part of right now. So everybody get ready, make some noise. We're going to show you right now. Let's have the audiovisual. of you, and just giving you a heads up that I think parents and everybody who's watching, I know they are so proud. I see all of you on your phones checking those congratulatory messages. My mom watches me like this, standing in my house and doing all of this, and she feels happy because I do what I love. And I'm sure all your friends, family members, and everybody is so proud of you. We are so proud of you, all of you. Big congratulations to everybody who's made it to the Impact Top 30 Under 30 list. One more time, everybody. All right. Now I want all of you, there are still some 14 non-video participants that I can see on my Zoom. If all of you can please put your videos on, because this is the time when we are going to take the group photograph that we spoke about. So yeah, if you want to neaten your hair, get your shirt right, do all of that right away. Because I'm gonna ask the team who's handling the tech to take a screenshot, while I also, for my own satisfaction, will take a photograph on my phone too. So we want to decide what we want to do. You want to do a victory sign? You want to do some hearts? What do we have consensus on, guys?
We can do this.
Tell us.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody the victory sign. Okay. There are still 5 non-video participants. I don't know who you are, but please put your video on. Okay. So on the count of, everybody ready? Big bright smiles. 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, one more time. There's one more page of people here. Zoom has some technical stuff, so I don't know who has come and who has not. So I'm gonna take one more. Everybody together. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us throughout the event. And to everybody who are the attendees, family, friends, colleagues who are there, thank you so much to you as well for your time and being here, part of this Impact Top 30 Under 30 award ceremony. And before we go, let's give 3 cheers to all the winners, or should I say 30? Yeah, please give it up, everybody, to them. And of course, a big thank you to our presenting partner, Zing, India ka favorite youth channel. Thank you so much, all of you. Congratulations to Achievers once again. And I'm Khyati Kawa, your host, signing off. It was a
Thank you, Khyati.
Thank you, Khyati.
Thank you so much.
Khyati, from all of us.
Thank you.
Thank
Everybody,
you.
congrats.
Say a big thank you to Shrabana and her team, because they worked really hard on this one.
Yes,
So
one
big
person.
congratulations, Shrabana. Really well done. And I know it's really uncertain times where you sort of pulled this off. So big congratulations to you.
Thank you. One person I'd like to call out is Christina, who's, all of you know Christina. She's been in contact with everybody. She's been the person who's worked hardest on this. Clap for Christina.
Thank you, Christina.
Thank you, Christina.
Thank you, Christina.
Wow, this is one of my favorite digital events that I've done, because I can see everybody on video and everybody clapping on video. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a good evening. Don't forget to celebrate. It is an achievement after all. So thank you so much, everyone. See you later. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.